My opinion, and I do have one.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Vonda and I'm very glad you're here. Today we've got a mishmash of different things going on. We're in the kitchen going to make some jalapeno poppers. I have some jalapenos there and some serrano peppers, the cream cheese and the bacon, and just wanting to use those peppers up before they go bad.
Let's see. Maybe I'll do this. You can get these little ones. I'll put these in a pan by themselves because they might cook a little faster than those great big ones. Have you ever made these and used brown sugar on the top? Ooh, that's good. I've never mixed cheddar cheese in mine though. I know some people that do.
Okay, so I totally forgot to take a picture or record getting those peppers out of the oven and showing them, but they were magnificent. I did go ahead and put the tiniest bit of brown sugar over the top of them before I baked them, and I put them in a 375-degree oven for about 20 minutes. The small serrano peppers, they cooked in, I think, 12 or 13 minutes. It didn't take them long. Anyway, with the brown sugar on there, they crisp up pretty quickly, but everybody's oven's different, so you watch yours closely. Okay, look at me, acting like I got my stuff together. I never make my bed, only before I go to bed at night, but I'm showing off today. I'm going to let everybody think that the first thing I do when I get up is get dressed, make my bed, and have my life all sorted out and everything's perfect. Yeah. Not so. My outdoor patio is very small, but I enjoy so much getting out there and getting the fresh air, just looking around at my trees and the tree line and the berries and watching the berries turn and watching the neighbors, the little kids over there play. It's just getting back to nature. I don't know, it just relaxes me. It just relaxes me so much, and I love it.
My opinion, and I do have one. I'm reading Dear Abby. Get this. I will read the question for Dear Abby, and then I will give you my opinion, and then I'll read what Abby has to say. Dear Abby, I have grown children ages 51 and 43 who argue and hate each other because of their heavy drinking. My older son is an alcoholic. The younger one is on the same path. When they are drunk, they fight really bad, and it's tearing me apart. I don't want to be here anymore. They take all their frustrations out on me. Each one blames the other. It's a mother's worst nightmare. The older one lives with me, and the younger one threatens me that he's not coming to visit because his brother is here. They are very jealous of each other. Please advise me. Signed, Downhearted Mother in Pennsylvania. Well. So if her oldest is 53 and say she was around 18 or 20 when she had him, she's 70 years old perhaps. 53 years old is too old to be living at home. Kick his ass out. Lock the door, change the locks, lock the door, set his shit outside, and he can start taking care of himself. And as far as them two not getting along, anything she does is never going to make it any better because they don't want to get along. And set down some rules. You can come and visit me if you're not drinking. You can call me on the phone if you're not drinking. You can come and visit at the same time if you're not drinking. And if the fight starts, I'm not even saying a word. I'm calling the police, and it's the party's over. After 3 times, if that happens, we're not getting together in this house anymore. We can meet in public, or but I'm not going to be cornered in my own house. I want to be able to leave and stick by those boundaries, because that is crap. Her being wishy-washy with these boys as old as they are, she's been too wishy-washy with them all their lives. Yeah, she's kind of had a little bit of a footprint in this problem, but now it's time to change it. And she'll be surprised. She has the cards. She has all the good cards in her hand. All she has to do is play them. And if they get sad and mad and all butthurt, that's on them. You have to do what's right for you, and they have to do what's right for them. And then, if you live your life the way they want it, you're always going to be miserable. If you live your life to where you're happy, then maybe they'll live their life to where they're happy, and then everybody's happy. That's what I think. Okay. Abby says, "Dear Mother, draw the line." That's right. You are not helpless, and you don't have to put up with your son's misbehavior. Find a chapter of Al-Anon and start attending the meetings for moral support. Tell your battling boys you will no longer tolerate alcohol in your home. While you're at it, make sure they know you have had your fill of their sibling rivalry. We think alike. And if they can't settle their differences like adults, you do not want them over there. Be sure your older son knows that if he doesn't comply and get help to sober up, he will have to find another place to live. Your younger son should also be told you want to see him only when he's sober. We think alike. Whatever happens after that, you will be better than the chaos in which you are living. Amen, sister. Amen. Okay. Dear Abby, I have a relative who lives in the same city I live in. Her parents and mine exchange holiday dinners for decades. Our parents passed away many years ago, and I continued to include her for holiday dinners. I consider her a good friend, and we share many interests. During COVID, we started to have dinner every weekend to support local restaurants, and we enjoyed the evenings when nearly all entertainment venues were closed. Now the shows and sports activities I enjoy have resumed, and our weekly dinners are interfering with the outdoor activities I prefer. She's retired, and I still work, so my free time is limited during weekends. I feel pressured and must leave my events early in order to resume these dinners. Many of her close friends have passed away over the past couple of years, and she seems increasingly dependent upon me for companionship. She suggests many other events and trips during the week. I'm convinced my lack of enthusiasm may eventually offend her. She knows my weekly schedule because of our frequent dinners and keeps track of my work schedule. I'm beginning to feel more trapped now than that the COVID restrictions have been lifted. What can I do? Signed, Obligated in California. Well, if she's a relative and they've gotten along really good for all these years, she should be able to have a sit-down chat with her and just say, hey, I've enjoyed all this in the past, but I want to go back to, doing whatever she likes to do, poetry readings, or, I don't know what she does, museum visits, I don't know, playing softball. But, it's not like I don't like you, because I still do, but I want to start doing what I enjoy. And if she gets mad, then there's something within her that she would be mad that, her family member is wanting to do what she enjoys. And she needs to find, because they're not the same age, she needs to find people with the same interests, about the same age. And the only way to do that is to go to church, go to other places where people congregate, restaurants where you sit around, or I don't know, wherever people hang out. This, maybe she's older, like, I don't know, senior center or somewhere, and make new friends. Volunteer at the hospital or something and make new friends. Do something, but make new friends. That's my... Let's see what Abby says. Dear Obligated, tell your relative the truth. Your schedule has changed since COVID and you want to be able to pursue the activities you enjoyed before they were curtailed. It should not be offensive. Speak up and the truth will set you free. While you're at it, suggest some activities she might enjoy that will enable her to make some new friends. Oh my God, I did not read that. Well, that's wonderful. Okay, let's see this one. You guys, I didn't read Abby's responses. Let's see, where is it? Okay, here's another one. Hello, Johnny. This is just some articles that came across my desk, Charlie, and I gotta address them. I just have to address them because it's craziness. Dear Abby, I would like your help on how to deal with a problem I'm having with my mother-in-law. The in-laws call at least once a week wanting us to go out to dinner with them. It's embarrassing because my mother-in-law is always horrible to the waiter. She complains about everything and usually causes some sort of a scene. My husband and I are at a loss about how to tell her this is why we no longer want to go out with them. We have tried making excuses and inviting them to our house instead, but she refuses to take no for an answer and demands we join them at a restaurant. If we don't, she gets mad and has hurt feelings. Help, eating me up in Alabama. There are people that think that they're so above everybody, and these people that are waiters and just have these menial jobs are below them, and the people in the kitchen that are, fixing their food, are just, maybe they're chefs or, 5 Michelin chefs or whatever, but they're still going to find something to bitch about because they can. And they're not happy unless they're bitching about something. And, if you go looking for a problem, you can find it. And I know people like this. I have family members like this. You don't want to go out to eat with them ever. They treat everybody that's like in the service industry bad because they're up here and then this other person's down here, I would tell them, yeah, no, we're not going out to dinner anymore. Nope, can't do it. You embarrass me. I'm not going to do it. I love you a whole great big God, but there's this thing. And, yeah. Because this person is not reading, this in-law is not reading people's social cues. Because it's all about her. And, what she wants, what she thinks. Things should be her way. And if she does get mad, she's probably going to be mad for a very long time. Because she's going to hold a grudge. So you just as well prepare yourself for that. She's going to be mad. She's going to be mad a long time. Or going to make you out to be the picky person because you're oversensitive about her sending her food back or complaining. That's how it's going to go. That's how that's going to go down. Okay, Abby says, Dear Eating Me Up, your mother-in-law's behavior is indeed an embarrassment and your feelings are justified. Your husband should talk frankly with both his parents. Yes, he should. It should be him to do it. I agree. About why neither of you are comfortable eating out with them. If it isn't addressed, it won't be fixed. And you'll be stuck for the next 20 years watching this lady show her ass at every restaurant. Pardon my language, but I'm just being truthful. Dear Abby, my mother is 74 and has been widowed for 10 years. During this time, my sister and I have tried to convince her to downsize from her very large, hard-to-maintain house to something more manageable. She is always overwhelmed. Friends and other family members offer to help her with it, and she acts like it's more than she can manage. We are now watching her becoming overwhelmed by everything in life, not just the house. We are also wondering if some dementia is starting to set in. My sister and I want her to see a counselor and talk with her doctor, but she's too overwhelmed to do this either. Can we make an appointment with the counselor or minister for her? Yes, make an appointment for yourself and talk to them, and you're bringing her along to be evaluated, and because they have tests to see if it's early onset, or if it's dementia or Alzheimer's, and if you go to the doctor and the doctor says everything's okay, maybe she's having some depression and anxiety, to where she feels overwhelmed. And the first thing I would do, I would pack my bag and I would go stay with Mom for a time and have the sister do it too, but not at the same time, and just watch and, take mental notes or notes, and, be totally prepared to tell the minister or her doctor, whoever, what you witnessed, if anything at all, or, was she doing okay while you weren't in the room, and then you come in the room and all of a sudden, I just can't do this, you got to get down to the nitty-gritty of what's going on. You just got to, because it's something new and different, something's going on, I would say. I would have to be over there witnessing it for myself, for sure. Not with my mom, but with her mom. And Abby says, that was signed by Trying to Help. Dear Trying to Help, make an appointment for her with her doctor, provide the transportation, yes, and stay with her if possible. And would see the doctor. The doctor should be informed about what's going on so your mother can be evaluated. Changes like the one you described could be symptoms of an underlying illness as well as dementia. And the sooner you can find out, the better for your mother. There may have been a change in medicine. Maybe she's getting some diabetes and they don't realize it. Medicine might need to be adjusted. It could be just anything. I think she has she's well, to be concerned. Well, good luck there Trying to Help. I hope your mom's okay. Okay. Whew, I'm glad I got that off my chest, you guys. You got something to say, you got to have somebody to say it to. So, that's my advice. If you have a problem and you need me to solve it, just let me know. If you need my advice, I can't fix your problems, but I can give you my 2 cents worth. Okay? Thanks for joining me today. I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.